devs do something, I have overinvested by a lot.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Tuesday stream where Bitcoin continues to churn sideways for days upon days, unending. In between two major levels, 92K, 100K, waiting for resolution. We got 21 minutes, 40 seconds till the lowest daily candle close since January 13th. 21 minutes and change until bearish engulfing candle will be confirmed on the daily. Not great, but in the end, it's the same stuff we've been seeing for a week now. You just wonder, when is it going to resolve? When are we going to go run to 100K, or when are we going to run to 91K or 92K? Yeah, that's the question. Real tough market right now. The past 3 months, same price. Yeah, you go up, you go down. You go to 89K at the lows, you go to 109K at the highs, but in the end, you're trading at the same price you were trading at November 21st. So hope you've been touching grass, man, or looking at the stock market, because there's been opportunity over there, at least some. Whereas here, it's just altcoins moving in tandem with Bitcoin, but worse actually, right? Where Bitcoin's off its highs, not by too much, right? Bitcoin's off its all-time highs, but only 12.44%. A lot of altcoins from their highs of this cycle or whatever, from the highest high we saw after the election, a lot are down like 60+%, 40 to 60%. It's pretty rough, man. So that's your update on Bitcoin. Now there is, someone in the Patreon/Citadel, Big Mike. You all know Big Mike. He's a big hitter. He had a pretty good schematic plotted, and I mean, you can't. How do you disagree with something that's so real looking? I mean, I think it's real. What we would think, maybe, but what happens is you can get Wyckoff distributions, the argument, okay, by the book, with evidence, and they could take it all the way down to last month's supply, and we could get a classic head fake where the sellers try to come in. There's just too much demand. The sellers relent, and then that Wyckoff distribution schematic all of a sudden becomes invalid, and then you run to all-time highs. That can happen. It's happened before. Probably happen again. Maybe not on Bitcoin, but one thing I'm just talking about, this is what he had, okay? And big shout out Big Mike, because this is very, very interesting look here, okay? This is for the sake of, interesting. There's an argument. There's an argument. So, that initial preliminary supply right here at the beginning. You got a buying climax, automatic rally. Speaking of Big Mike, oh my God! Big Mike.
Big Mike 886 tipped $250. Respect the DA.
Big Mike, thanks for the 886. Wait. You are 886. Thank you so much for the $250 contribution. We're less than 10 minutes into this live stream. Thank you, man. Holy crap. Okay, so he was just applying the schematic, okay? And there's just nothing wrong with that. If you want to see it real quick, I'll do it. I'll show you, okay? People be like, what's that? What's Wyckoff distribution? You must be new here if you don't know what I'm talking about. It would be schematic 1, which would be with the upthrust after distribution. Okay, I keep seeing that one, but where is the... Do I have to go to the website for real? All right, let me just go to the website. One sec. And pull it up. Where's this thing at? Accumulation. There it is. Okay, so we'll just copy it here. We'll paste it here so you can see it with your own eyes. Again, it could very well, end up being a fake out. No big deal. Preliminary supply, buying climax, automatic rally, secondary test. Okay, you sell off, you run up, you get that up thrust, you sell off from that high. Then you show, you know, a sign of weakness. I mean, could be said sign of weakness here, sign of weakness phase B. And then now we have the up thrust after distribution test, which is very, very real. I mean, you can definitely see it, and you got really strong forms of confirmation. And then you sell off, you fall back within the range of that Wyckoff distribution schematic, and then you rally, you make a lower high, an 88% retrace from this high to low. And then last point of supply. Last point of supply. Last point of supply. And you would think that this is towards the end of it. So we'll be seeing resolution, whether it's that mega fake out or breakdown. Breakdown to 85K, 83K is a 1272 of this schematic. That's the, you know, the fib extension from the sign of weakness to the up thrust after distribution, the lowest point, the highest point of this. Okay, that's 83K. But again, we don't know if it's going to resolve bearishly. Again, it could end up getting bad and we're down here and it's, oh, it looks so, and then they recapture, reconfirm, and then we're off, and then all of a sudden it's a completely different story. I mean, that is definitely a possibility. So you have to think about even a Wyckoff distribution schematic can also just be a game of probabilities. You can have fake outs, right? You can have ascending triangle patterns where there's a breakout, we're going to do it, and then immediately rejected, you fall back within the triangle and you break downward, and then it resolves bearishly. You can get that on these two. So something to think about. I mean, it's compelling argument for now. Please show me something better than this on Bitcoin. This is a 90 days of development too, so lots of data on this. Just bringing it up, okay, chat? Not trying to be scary or anything, because again, even if it was gonna break down the 92K, they could give us a fake out and we could run to all-time highs off of this. Okay, if it could resolve bullishly, it could. Head fakes happen. All right, don't be scared, man. Just an idea. Okay, trying to decipher price action, structures, all that. That's what we do here. Okay, so that's just, okay, an idea. Yeah, run-of-the-mill range. Okay, just a range, man. No big deal. Hello? Here we go. Just a range. You don't have to look at it like Wyckoff distribution, even though that argument's great. Okay, so you'd think if we're going to sell off, the target's 92K from here, the bottom of the range. That's it. I mean, those are the ways we could be looking at Bitcoin right now. All right. What are we going for? Pretty much the lowest level in about a month on the close, in less than 15 minutes now. Okay. We have the 3-day candle close unfolding too in less than 15 minutes, where we are going for the lowest 3-day candle close since January 10th. My God, man, just win green candles. Yeah, maybe next 3 days, whatever. But in the end, it seems not great and stuff, but in the end, we're still at like 95K plus. Remember that time we were never in the 90s ever in human history for 99+% of the time of Bitcoin's existence? I remember. Yeah, spent a little time in the 70s. Okay, all-time highs for a little bit. 8 months of consolidation. Kill me now. 8 months. Well, 3 months. So imagine 5 more months of this. Oh my God, dude! I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to even think about it. Okay. Either way, it's what sucks is like, hey, Bitcoin's neutral. Remember, we're in a long-term ultimate uptrend. Certainly midterm, past quarter, no trend. Unfortunately, in the short term, past 3 weeks, downtrend. Long-term uptrend, midterm no trend, short-term downtrend. That is where Bitcoin is right now. So we just have to respect the short-term downtrend until we gain evidence that that trend's reversing. And what would be the evidence of that? Consecutive higher highs and higher lows. And unfortunately, Bitcoin on the 4 hours, you can see, has just put in another freaking lower high than the previous highs. You know what sucks about it? Again, this is just price action as it stands currently, man. But you could see that the buyers were able to at least go up and test 99,250 from the 5th to the 7th. Sell off, rally. Well, then the lowest low we had seen of this chop. But after the lowest low of the chop we had seen, we then rallied to make the lowest high of the chop we had been dealing with. And so such a lack of demand, possibly, right? Trying to decipher price action. So it's like such a lack of demand for market participants that the buyers were now unable to go test that same level that they had been testing days prior, right? I mean, again, I'm not making calls here. I'm trying to articulate to you price action, what it could represent. Lack of demand. And so you sold off, and you just recently, of all this chop that's been going on since like the 4th, it's the 11th now, that was the lowest 4-hour candle close we saw, the closing bell on Wall Street, since the 2nd. So not great. I mean, that's just not good. And it would just, I don't see what would be wrong with a drawdown to 92.7 for a test again. You'd probably complete an M shape here, 886 from this low to high. A lot of things would get resolved down here, but then you do have to just worry about that Wyckoff distribution schematic. It's kind of concerning, but hopefully it would just be a fake out if we were to get down there, okay? Okay, so that's the Bitcoin discussion. That's the update. I wasn't here yesterday. Dude, it was just not feeling great, man. My back's been like really messed up. When I was taking my lesson on day one, I fell awkwardly, hit my head, and it kind of messed with my neck, and it's been kind of cricked ever since, and so a lot of pain dealing with, but you know, I'll get better. Just being real, just letting you know. So okay, how about Bitcoin dominance? Important chart to look at in these times. Upthrusted above 61.68% and now below it, right? A failure to sustain prices above that breakout level, but still above all these peaks from November. Could just be cooling off before going higher. You know, if the market's going to have a collective drawdown, Bitcoin will be going way higher because the altcoins would get shattered where Bitcoin just gets wrecked. Shattering is way worse than getting wrecked. Okay, so that's where Nothing Burger down 0.51% today.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Thank you, Maxine. Maxine, she's upset. She's gonna lose her slush fund because of Elon and Doge. But we won't go there. All right, old Ethereum. Old Ethereum going for its lowest daily candle close since November 5th, since the date of the general election in the U.S. We've heard that before. Yeah, it's a kind of a theme. Ethereum currently down. Still down about 10+% since Eric Trump tweeted to go ahead and buy Ethereum. You'd be down 10% listening to him. Currently, hey man, maybe he just means long term. Ethereum's gonna, do well. We've already completed that M shape. 886, 100% retrace was hit actually. But just after running back up, if you look at the less significant time scales, this level of inflection was just regarded as resistance beautifully. It's been just, again, selling off since then. Below the 200-day simple moving average. That 200 simple moving average is down sloping now. It takes a lot to keep that thing, to move the direction of it. Not at support right now. You're just hanging around, right? Beetlejuice. Hey, what are you doing? hanging around. Yeah, so probably just waiting for $2,400. Hopefully they could hold that. If not, then it's an easy 2,100 after that. So no compelling argument for upside, even if it was to pump tonight or tomorrow. Okay, before you see me again, it could just go up, man. Holy crap, what a crazy green candle. But you had, see, the thing is, you had bullish divergence and then it just crashed. Complete invalidation of a bullish indicator is not really a good sign. Well, yeah, I guess in the past like 4 or 5 days, it's been holding up, trading. It's kind of been flat, just like Bitcoin. Chop zone, chop city. Hard to say it's opportunity, but yeah, the M shape's there. I can show you on the other chart real quick if you want to see it. There it is, right? I mean, it's just like the 886. We know it well. Some would try to call that a reaction. I don't know if that was the reaction or not. I mean, it went to freaking 100% retrace. So you're there. Maybe like, so even if this was going on, wouldn't you still want $2,400 to be tested like this? And if we were lucky, we could get something like that. Oh man, that might be cool. Look, man, when M shape's complete, you're looking for structures, bottoming structures to develop at those pattern completion zones. You're not looking to just, I'm in, man, I'm going long as soon as it hits that 886. Scalper, you might luck out. You did here, but it's gone nowhere. It's only drawn down since the rally. So you want to see some sort of local lows, higher low, nice positive price action correlation to inflection points that we had seen price action the same exact way right before the election. It would just be nice to see that. That would give you an edge. You just don't have an edge right now. And remember, if you don't have an edge, it can still go nuts. It can still pump like crazy. It can also still dump like crazy. You just want to increase your probability of a particular outcome. And when you are identifying structures after these patterns complete, it increases your probability. Okay, that's it. No certainties. Are we cool? We on the same page? Big Mike, you hear what I'm saying? Chat, y'all here? Cactus Leo, Coin Holio, Christopher Kramer, hello? Brad, Julia? I'll make sure we're on the same page before we move on. Oh, do we need to look at Ethereum to Bitcoin? We can. Maybe it's rallied. Maybe it's not as bad, you know? I haven't looked at it in a few days, so maybe they got one past me. Maybe the whole trend's reversed, right? Well, the pixelated fire right here. Ethereum paired against Bitcoin. I can't even believe they did that, man. 200% retrace. Hello? It's hot. It's hot. But it's the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. So this is where it goes to heck. You know, it's been holding this 2.7 million Satoshi level. It has been a reversal point before. But really hard to have much confidence in such a well-established downtrend that it's gonna bottom now. That 4 day, it looks like the Bitcoin daily chart, doesn't it? Just nothing burger for 4 days. It's so close. You could, I mean, 3 minutes it could do it, but it looks like it's just gonna rival the February 7th low. But if it went any inkling lower, any Satoshi level lower, you are going for the lowest daily candle close again since January 2nd, 2021. Oh, God. So has anything changed? Is like Ethereum paired against Bitcoin looking good again? Nope. Hasn't looked good for years. Hasn't looked good for many years. Hasn't looked good since Vitalik switched from proof of work to proof of stake right here. That fateful day, early September 2022 is when he did it. Okay. It is an inverse parabolic downtrend. Is parabola. Turn the fire off, dude. God, get me out of here. Well, the fire's good because it's kind of cold, you know. So, ooh. Snowflakes. You know. All right. So let's go to the next. It's crazy. There's, BNB's doing something kind of awesome. But we'll look at XRP first. Third largest crypto, but market cap. Really tough here, man. I mean, cool if you're a long-term investor and you got in low. That's fine. Nothing to worry. You're just holding on, man. Who knows? $5, 6 months, a year from now, 2 years from now. But again, like, we're here to try to apply that framework taught to us by geniuses over the past 100 years, okay? And what do we know about that framework? Well, it's cool to identify anything, but in order to be able to manage your risk optimally, we have to identify something at an inflection point. And where I'm looking at $2.41, there's no inflection point. So in that regard, there's no way to manage your risk appropriately. You're in between what I think to be a range between $1.90 and $2.65 to $2.90, $2.70, whatever. So that just, if you longed here, you're just, remember, we walk into the financial markets. It's a financial casino. You're looking to play the games of skill, not the games of chance. 99% of games at the casino, games of chance. You're just playing the game of chance right now. I mean, if too long right now, you're flipping a coin that it goes higher. It's going to 272, 290. You're flipping that same coin, lands on the other side. Okay, well, we're going to 190 next for a test. Okay, and it would be great because you get one test and maybe possibly you could be like, this is the second test. You'd at least have an argument for a confirmation low out of support if you got that. But until then, you're just gambling, and unfortunately, that's how it is. The XRP comet, proverbial comet, is not in eyes reach. We cannot see it with our eyes right now. So assets are only actionable when we can see that comet. Speaking of, about in 2032, we have like a 2.2% chance of going extinct because the asteroid's going to hit Earth. 2.2% chance, but that's up a lot. All right, there it is, chat. Daily candle has closed. Oh, man. You look on the 8th, man. Okay. Sorry, man. Just like kind of out of it. Let's go send it. That's not really a send it candle, chat. I mean, let's go back to Bitcoin. That was a confirmed, I mean, it's not a big deal right yet, but that is a confirmed bearish engulfing candle. Out of all those days of flatness we saw when I was in Breckenridge skiing, falling down, wrecking my neck, we now have traders settling up lower than all those days, right? It was the lowest daily candle close confirmed since January 13th, so about 1 month lows. And that's it. You're still in between all these levels. There's 3 of them here. And unfortunately, we do have an argument for lower prices, which we're on. If this is real, okay, you are your last points of supply, meaning like if you see this one more time, the resolution's coming. Whether it's the fake out massive markup, oh my god, all-time highs really soon, or we're going to test this level, it's going to fall out so hard and we're going to go see $83,000 for a 1272 fib extension. I'm just saying low to high. That would be, if we broke that level this time around, it would be what we'll consider phase E of Wyckoff distribution, which is the markdown phase. Okay, on this one it's 84K because I measured it before and it was 83, maybe on the other exchange, I don't know. 84.1 would be your first target. The golden mean ratio would be 77, which is around where that CME gap fill is. No one wants to talk about that. No one wants to even think that could happen. But the longer you participate in this market, the more you realize literally anything can happen. Yeah, gap fills way lower. Yeah, sure, whatever. 4 hour below the 200 moving average. I think 60 minute we're below that too. Oh God, man, what is wrong? Well, good look at this on the 60 minute. The 200 moving average just rejected. Something's gonna give, right? Eventually. It's not a pretty picture, even if it resolves bullishly. Okay. I wish I was here and we would be able to discuss like really good stuff, but this is what happens after you see an asset run up 60% in 5 weeks or whatever, and then after that 5 weeks we just have nothing for 3 months. Just pray to God and we'll be okay, right? We'll be all right. Okay, so that was just look only just went back to it. And lowest daily candle closed in about a month. RSI just sitting around. Man, God, it's like so close to bearish control zone, but you're not there yet. At least that's okay. That's good at least. You did just confirm your lowest daily relative strength reading since September 9th. That was just confirmed. Gosh dang, man, it's like not great. That's not a good thing. I mean, I wish it'd be like better, but at least we're not below 40 yet. So it's not the end of the world, but it's good at BNB. My God, man. I mean, this one, no forms of confirmation, just went down, tested that very real inflection point, and it has been running ever since, right? I mean, off those lows, good God. Off the lows by 28% and still going. Just had your highest daily candle close since February 1st. And you recaptured 638, which is pretty spectacular. That level goes back to that major all-time high reversal from April of 2021. They broke that and they closed the day above it. That's stronger than any other big market cap crypto. Just is. But the issue is no forms of confirmation on the bottom side, and you got a rally going that it could go up to 691, roll over there, and still be confirmed as another lower high. So it's just, yeah, they're great to see this, but dang man, just going off nothing. Yeah, we do have a full moon going on. We do. What kind of moon is it? What do they call it this time around? The man bun full moon, I believe they call it around this time. Yeah, the man bun double tap moon. Okay. Solana, which one that like has, if you were like, hey man, I want to try to construct a trading plan, out of all of them, this is the only one where you maybe could. Okay, because you got the things that we would ask for. It's almost a deja vu moment. Like we saw from August all the way to October of last year, you have the really nice third valley, the run up.
Do you ever get in a trading funk? I had the best year last year where I literally made 5x my engineering salary trading. Just can't in 2025, guy.
What's up, Greg P? Sure, yeah. I mean, also we're like, well, I mean, where's the opportunity been this year? Where has it really been a great opportunity to be making boatloads of money in 2025? There just haven't been, like, because the market dynamics are like that, right? Where it was all there, and then everything's just overblown. Everything's all-time highs, 1618s. Jerome Powell speaking. Bitcoin up 60% in 5 weeks. Altcoins way off their highs. Trump coin gets launched. Hawk Tuah coin. I mean, yeah. So you just gotta, if you are in a funk, man, just you gotta take deep breaths, go cash, relax, be patient, look for opportunities, look for stuff like out there, like iRobot. Remember, this was identified on this stream. Wyckoff accumulation, like, you know, the upside is stupidly good. Minimal downside in situations when you find assets that look like this. Remember, this swing low, this spring back test goes all the way back to 2009. When you do it, you're in a funk, you're looking for the absolute most godlike bottoming structure you could ever find. You're looking for that composite operator. That's all you can do. And my God, look what they did. They ran it up and they pulled it back. And what'd you do? 99% retrace. So it was like a one low set. You're like confirming accumulation here. And now you're running. Yeah, you're down 2% after hours, but up 5% today. Had your highest daily candle close since January 10th. And this just looks poised for 14 bucks and then a major mega breakout to mark up prices. I mean, looking for 20 bucks, gap fill 23 bucks. I mean, this is the stuff you look for. If you're in a trading funk, you're looking for, let there be no effing doubt. We're not buying